For many music fans, hearing Paul McCartney reminisce about John Lennon and George Harrison always stirs a bittersweet mix of warmth and sorrow. Both are long gone. Lennon's life cut tragically short at 40 in 1980 by Mark David Chapman, and Harrison passing away from cancer in 2001 at the age of 58. Their absence left a permanent void, and to this day, millions still feel that a vital part of the Beatles is missing. Paul has never stopped honoring them. Over the years, he's shared heartfelt birthday tributes, slipped their memories into his concerts, and spoken openly about the bond they once had. Whenever he does, it's hard not to feel pulled into that wave of nostalgia, almost as if we're standing backstage with them, sharing those quiet moments between the chaos. This emotion takes center stage once again in the documentary Beatles 64, released on November 29th last year. Directed by Martin Scorsese, it's not just a history lesson, it's a time capsule. Through rare archival footage and fresh interviews, we're transported back to February 1964, when the Beatles first set foot in New York. They'd already conquered Britain and Europe, and now it was America's turn to fall under the spell of Beatlemania. Just imagine it. 2 days after they landed, their performance on The Ed Sullivan Show drew over 73 million viewers. For that era, it was a staggering number. The documentary captures not only the glamour, but also the intimate, behind-the-scenes moments. Amid the frenzy, the friendship between John, Paul, George, and Ringo feels unshakable. Honestly, it's almost impossible to picture the world without them together. Alongside Paul and Ringo, music legends like Smokey Robinson, Ronald Isley, and Ronnie Spector join in to add more depth to the story. One particularly moving moment comes when Paul examines a handwritten lyric sheet for "I Want to Hold Your Hand." He recalls how their early songs were crafted as direct messages to their fans, bursting with joy and youthful energy. And truly, if you listen to it now, that joy is still there, undimmed by the decades. Then comes the question that freezes the room. If John and George were still alive today, what would Paul say to them? Without hesitation, he says it would simply be to tell them he loves them. Growing up in Liverpool, he explains, men rarely said things like that to one another, unless it was born of a deep, unbreakable bond. And right there, you can't help but pause and think, maybe about the people in your own life you don't say it too often enough. And that's the real heart of this story. It's not only about legendary music or historic moments, but about friendship, loss, and a love that refuses to fade, even when the people themselves are gone.